I'm concerned for Assassin's Creed Mirage. I wish I wasn't having to say this, but it's the sad truth of how I feel at the moment with this game. Now, we're going to be going in detail today on why I am worried for this game, why I think it could end up not how we want it to, and maybe we can try and end the video on a hopeful note or something like that. But without further ado, let's get into this. So back 2 months ago now, when Assassin's Creed Mirage had its first trailer shown to us, I was completely expecting to see gameplay. I didn't think we wouldn't, you know, I thought, oh, we're going to see the next Assassin's Creed game, there's going to be gameplay there. So when I tediously sat through the entire Ubisoft showcase and obviously saw the trailer at the end of the showcase, I was shocked when the trailer ended and then the showcase ended. I genuinely couldn't believe that we hadn't seen gameplay, they hadn't shown it to us, just a CGI trailer. Something in my mind was like, of course they're going to show us gameplay, you know, how could they not? Especially when at the end of the trailer, before they tuned out, they said,
and for all of you at home, remember that you can pre-order Mirage now.
Bye-bye.
She just said if you pre-order now. Bro, I'm not pre-ordering until I see the gameplay. It could be shit.
Looks fantastic.
Well, I don't know if it looks fantastic, I'm gameplay. Now you might be thinking, well, that's not too big of a deal, you know, okay, it's annoying they're giving pre-orders before we've actually seen how the game plays, but that's not to say it's not going to be a good game. I get you, I know what you're saying, but there's a few more points I think I should make. So the fact that they are allowing pre-orders to anybody right now without having shown us any gameplay, it says a few things to me. Firstly, it implies to me that they aren't confident that the gameplay will sell the game, and or I guess two, they don't value the gameplay as a selling point. Because let's be honest, if Ubisoft thought the gameplay would very much sell the game to people, it would very much boost pre-orders, then they would have shown us gameplay. So the fact that they haven't shown us anything in 2 months, pre-orders have been out now for 2 months, it does make me think, are they not confident in the mechanics of the game? Are they not confident in what we're going to see? Do they think we are going to be disappointed? Did they construct a CGI trailer to hit all the points of what OG Assassin's Creed fans want, but that does not reflect in gameplay? It does genuinely make me think this, because honestly, if I was a game developer and I wanted to get as many pre-orders as I could, I would show gameplay. I'd show gameplay because showing gameplay would show the people I'm trying to sell to what they're buying into, and it would, in a way, persuade them to buy the game. So really, it makes me think gameplay mechanics such as combat, social stealth, parkour, etc. won't be as good as we think. Because as I said, I think Ubisoft would jump at the opportunity to show us gameplay if that was the case. After Odyssey, after Valhalla, I feel like they need to prove to us, you know, that they can still make a good Assassin's Creed game. Whether you agree or disagree with that, Ubisoft know as a company that a lot of people were disappointed with the last 3, mostly 2 games. A lot of people such as myself have lost confidence in Ubisoft as a company to be able to make a good game, let alone a good Assassin's Creed game. If they want to reinstate people's faith in them as a company, they need to show gameplay. A CGI trailer isn't going to cut it because that's concept, that's an idea that does not reflect final gameplay at all. A good Assassin's Creed game is built on story, message, and when I say message, I mean overall theme, message of the story, of the writing of the game, but it also means good mechanics such as good social stealth, good combat, good parkour, a well thought out game at the end of the day, something we have come to expect because the first game all the way up until, not really recently, but up until a certain point in the series, did deliver that. From Unity onwards really, that is when the series did start to decline in what we would expect from an Assassin's Creed game. We'd start to see what we'd expect less and less, to the point where now with Odyssey, with Valhalla, we're seeing a shell of what it used to be. Does Valhalla have a clear-cut message when it comes to the story? Maybe it does. Maybe you can answer that in the comments, but I can't. I'm starting to think Ubisoft see a hood and a hidden blade as all that makes a good Assassin's Creed, all that makes us happy as consumers. Rather than, as I stated, a solid game with good game mechanics, with a good story, with good writing, with good characters, they're starting to think, chuck a hood on your character, give him a little hidden blade, make him sneak around a little bit, or make it come across that way at least, and that's what people want. that's a good Assassin's Creed game, and that's why we're showing a CGI trailer, and we're not really bothering with gameplay, because obviously gameplay is probably going to be identical to Odyssey and Valhalla. Listen, if pre-orders were not yet available, I'd give Ubisoft the benefit of the doubt, because I'd say, well, you know, a lot of companies will show a CGI trailer, and a month or two down the line, they'll show some gameplay and then allow pre-orders. That's fair enough. But the fact that Ubisoft are already allowing pre-orders while having shown us nothing just kind of shows me the state of which they view themselves and view us at the moment. They view us as the consumers as people that will just take anything, regardless of the quality of the content, regardless of the quality of the product. As long as your character's got a hood, he looks like an assassin, he's got a hidden blade, that's what sells. That isn't all that sold an Assassin's Creed game back in the day. It wasn't just that. Have you heard of Ezio? Have you heard of how much of an amazing character he is? His journey is what sold me on the Assassin's Creed games, not the fact that they had a hood. I didn't really think about that. Assassin's Creed, of course they're gonna have hood. That wasn't what sold it to me. It was the journey, the story, the mystery, the intrigue. Every year when I was younger and a new Assassin's Creed game would come out, I couldn't wait to get in there and find out what's going on in the modern day next, to figure out maybe a little bit more of the puzzle, to get a new piece of the puzzle, and to, again, learn more. I remember at the end of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, it was left on such a cliffhanger, I just couldn't wait till the next year to find out what's going to happen next. I wasn't thinking about what new hood or hidden blade Ezio was going to have. I didn't think about that at all. I never even conceived of the hook blade in Revelations before the game. I thought about, oh my god, where's the modern day going to go next? And are we going to see Ezio again? Or what's going on? I wanted to know that, and that's what made me fall in love with the series. Not a hood, not a hidden blade. Yeah, that's iconic and that's great and I love it, but it wasn't just that. And Ubisoft, if some of you there are watching, you need to get a better idea and remember what sold the game to the consumers. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey, if I could go find a hood for my character if I wanted, Cassandra could wear a hood if I found one. That doesn't make it a good Assassin's Creed game. In Valhalla, I could wear a cloak and I could put the hood up at my will and I could assassinate enemies with a hidden blade, but I have a lot of issues with that game. Now, that's probably a video for another time because it is a lot of issues with that game. It didn't make it a good Assassin's Creed game because Assassin's Hood plus Assassin plus Hidden Blade equals good. No, there's so much more to it than that. And my whole point of this video is the fact that they don't show us gameplay, I think shows that they don't value the stuff that we value in an Assassin's Creed game. And if the developers don't value what we value, how can we expect to see an Assassin's Creed game return to form, as they say? They say it's a back to basics, a return to its roots. I'm concerned. And that's the title of this video. The idea of this video is just for me to give my thoughts out there because I feel like I had to say this. I'm concerned, I'm worried. Do I think Assassin's Creed Mirage is going to be a good game? It's so up in the air right now. I want to say yes. I really want it to be a good game. I don't want it to be a bad game. Ubisoft, if this game comes out and it is not what you've said, it's not what you've promised, it's not a good Assassin's Creed game, I won't be returning to your series again because I've been let down again and again. This is your last chance. If you fuck this up, and I'm not just talking for me, I know a lot of people that will feel the same. If you fuck this up, this isn't what you're saying it's going to be, people are just going to not bother with you anymore. And yes, of course, you're going to make loads of sales. You're still going to probably be selling as way more than you were back when the Ezio games are out. I know. And that looks good for you, right? That's successful. That's making money. Yeah, sure. But here's how I think I can explain it within my own experience. If I make a YouTube video, and I know it sounds different, but bear with me. If I make a YouTube video and I give it the most clickbait title you could ever imagine. If I make a really clickbait video and a viewer watches that video and it's nothing to do with the title, with the thumbnail, and it's very misleading, sure, I might get tons of views on that video. I might even get 1 million views because it's clickbaited so well. And that 1 million views is going to make me a lot of money, like tons of money. So overall, it's a successful video, right? I clickbaited it loads, I got loads of views as a result, and I got loads of money as a result. I mean, on paper, that's great. But the thing is, the content was so different to what I promised it would be with my title, with my thumbnail. The clickbait was so bad that people started to unsubscribe from my channel. They didn't agree with what I had to say because I'd lied to them. I misled them. And over time, making video upon video upon video just like this, my subscribers lost faith in my content. They didn't want to be a part of my content anymore. They didn't want to consume it anymore because it left them disappointed every time. I may be getting loads of views on my clickbait videos, but I don't have any solid returning subscribers that actually like my content. Now, it might do great for numbers with this clickbait content, but over time, it's going to damage my channel. I'd only be able to clickbait people for so long until the point where people start to catch on, start to realize and stay away. At that point, I'm doing the same thing, but losing subscribers and losing views and losing money. So what I'm trying to say is, Ubisoft, if you keep making games that are a shell of what they're meant to be, that are just there to make as much money as possible, and they are content, they are a product rather than a piece of art, an experience for us gamers to enjoy. Can't believe I just said us gamers, cringe. It's not going to work forever, and eventually people like me will slowly start to tune out and they won't tune back in. So, end of the day, Ubisoft, this is your last chance. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to title this video, Ubisoft, this is your last chance, or I have concerns about Assassin's Creed Mirage. It's a bit of both. I don't know. Maybe blah, 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 blah. I just had to say that. I had to get it off my chest, and me saying my thoughts helps me, but I think it also helps some of you guys out there because we are all excited for this game. We all are, but I don't want you guys to be just as upset as I might be when this game comes out. And also, I want you guys to think about not pre-ordering this game straight away until we see gameplay, because it might not be what it's cracking up to be. You know? I also want to make this video because if somehow somebody at Ubisoft sees this video, I feel like the higher ups need to actually think about this, because I'm not just saying this for the sake of it, I truly mean this, and I'm not a vocal minority. There are a lot of people like me out there. If that wasn't the case, I probably wouldn't be here talking about it right now. Anyway, guys, I know it's not as upbeat and happy as usual, but I feel like it's very important and valid when it comes to Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I think if I'm going to make AC content based on Mirage a lot, I think it's only fair I give the true perspective of both sides, I suppose. We can talk about how cool it might be, but I think if that's the case, we also need to talk about how it might not be good, because based on Ubisoft's previous track record, plus the fact they aren't showing us gameplay for some strange reason, it's got to be said. If you enjoyed this video, guys, press that like button and the subscribe button, I suppose. I do kind of feel weird telling you to subscribe with a video like this, but I mean, I guess if you agree with me in some way, then maybe you'll enjoy subscribing, and I do make videos on Assassin's Creed Mirage and Assassin's Creed in general, plus other games in the future, so it might be something you want to stick around for. May the Father of Understanding guide us. I will see you soon. Goodbye.